The following is a presentation of Stewed Productions.
Because you can't drink and talk at the same time.
Leave the conversation to us and order another beer.
You're listening to Texas's live
Midday beer-centered show,
Liquid Lunch.
Liquid Lunch. Here are your hosts,
Catherine Contreras
and Josh Stewart.
There we are. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Thursday. One and all. Did I hit the right button? I think I did. Hey, everybody. My name is Josh Stewart. You're watching, listening, experiencing Liquid Lunch. Your mic is on.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
never on at the beginning.
Yeah, because
Ever.
of that,
Ever.
you threw me off. I thought we had something you had to... Hold on, everybody. Special guest co-host today. Ready?
Yeah.
Do we have a drum roll? I do have a drum roll.
We
Hold
do.
on. Yeah.
We have.
Special guest co-host today. Kaylin Johnson from Austin. How's it going?
Hi.
How
Hey.
are things in Austin today?
Good. Sunny. It was raining the past few days. Now it's all sunny.
It's all sunny. It's always sunny in Austin, Texas. Of course, you heard him step all over the intro, as he is one to do. And ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Christopher Kennedy, and boom.
Yeah, because
Hey,
I get really
how's it
uncomfortable.
going? I'm Kennedy.
All right.
Just sitting here.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. There you go. All right. So it is Thursday. It's the start to the weekend. My dog's in studio with us as well. Being crazy. They're wrestling right now. Who knows? All right. So, Caitlin, welcome to the show. Thank you for being on today, officially. Pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Catherine on assignment today. She has a superhero alter ego. She's fighting crime. She's, Captain Marvel's coming out. That was actually, they ripped off her whole thing. She's Captain Tipsy. And that's her crime fighting superhero, Tipsy.
What, is it getting drunk?
No, that's her superpower is yes, always. She drinks copious amounts of beer, but never gets beyond tipsy. So just enough to where she can dance really well and feel comfortable in social situations.
Oh, it sounds a lot like my special abilities.
Same here.
No, that's
You've never seen me dance. You don't know this.
true.
Yeah.
I've never seen you dance. I'd be afraid you'd throw out a hip or something. I mean,
I haven't thrown one out yet.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Anyway,
And I can kind of dance without actually moving my legs a lot. It's talent.
that sounds like it.
Yeah.
More like
Oh.
finger snaps and whatnot.
A little swing.
Okay. Well, enough about us. Caitlin, how's life? What's up with life? Let's get into your story. Of course, if you don't follow Caitlin on Instagram, shame on you. Do we have the handle? Yeah, I saw you had a
We do.
at big
We
girl,
do. We do.
big world small girl. There you
It's
go.
just missing a few vowels, no big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, big world, small girl. You can search that and I'll pop up.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is also the name of your blog.
Yes.
And it goes beyond. I mean, it goes beyond that. Blogs, they not just your words on a screen. You are, you're like what's the persona of Austin social, the beer scene. That's you. And
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
It's
no.
a lot to keep up with, but
it is. It's daunting. That's why I can do that vicariously through you. That's what I do. I'm sure.
okay.
I'm sure a lot of people do it because I love Austin. I really do.
Me too.
But I don't get up there as much as one would want for someone who likes it as much as I do. There's a lot of beer to drink here in Houston, so somebody's got to do it.
Yes.
So I leave the actual social side of things to Caitlin. Caitlin, tell us about all the goings-ons in Austin. What are some of the big things you're excited about?
Well, we're just right on the brink of Oktoberfest, and it seems like every brewery is coming out with an Oktoberfest beer, which is one of my favorite styles. And that's going to lead right into the Texas Craft Brewers Fest at the end of the month, which I'm really looking forward to
Yes.
as well.
We
Yeah.
we were there last year. We schedules being what they are, we're not able to go this year. Super disappointed because it really is a really, really well done beer festival. It's it's outside at the end of September in Texas, so at least in this part of Texas. So it's a little warm, but you've got a lot, but it's a lot of shade where they do it. What is that? Is that Zilker Park?
Fiesta Gardens.
Fiesta.
So it's in East Austin, right off the lake.
Okay.
Yeah.
I knew it. I had it in my head. I just don't know. See, that's why you're here. You're the expert. But yeah, they have the covered air. Last year they had a band. I'm not sure what all's on the docket this year.
Yeah. Well, did you guys get to attend the Partners in Craft night
On Friday night?
the Friday night where it was a much more intimate festival, and they had like special brews and like special food pairings. It was a really cool event.
Yeah, at Craft Pride. Is that where it is?
No, that's the official after party, but the pre-party was at the Fiesta Gardens as well.
Oh.
The after party was pretty fun last year.
Yeah, Kennedy went to the after party. He remembers most of it.
Yeah.
I can never seem to make it out there. I just
But before we go, I'm sorry to interrupt.
No.
I just have one question for Caitlin.
Okay.
It's an important question.
Is it a technical question?
No, it's not a technical
Okay.
question.
Oh.
It's a question that we tend to always ask about this time.
Well, it is why we do the show.
Yeah. So
Caitlin, answer this question. You may or may not be able to hear the music. But anyway, here we go. Let's try it.
It's time for your favorite segment and mine here on Liquid Lunch. This is
What you drinking?
Well, the question posed is simply, what you drinking?
What am I drinking? All right. So because of the season, I've got a brand new Oktoberfest from Thirsty Planet. This is
Oh.
the first time they've had it this year.
Yeah.
It's just bottled last Friday.
Nice.
Fresh as can get. And it's absolutely delicious,
Awesome.
even with 90-degree weather.
can you put that closer to your camera so everyone can see it?
Yeah.
Just like that.
There you go.
Smittlefest. Yeah. All right. What are the stats? I see them right there on the bottle. What's the ABV on that particular?
That is 7%.
Ooh, it's got a punch.
Little midday punch.
Yeah. Well, that's what you need. That's good. Yeah, I love Oktoberfest beers. And they, even like within that style, they run the gamut because you've got like the OG St. Arnold, their Oktoberfest is an ale. Super malty,
Yes.
but delicious, right? And then you got
I've got like a half 6-pack in my refrigerator right now.
that's most of my everything I have is like a 5-pack at best,
Yeah.
partial 6-packs. Southern Star has a really good one. Who else? Rar and Sons is good up in Fort Worth. There's a lot of good ones.
Oh yeah.
Do you have a favorite of the Oktoberfest beers or a go-to?
No, I mean, I really do enjoy that St. Arnold Oktoberfest just because of what you said, like super malty. Maybe like isn't as high as this Oktoberfest, which can be nice, but it's a really good one, and I always look forward to it. But I'm also sad to like say goodbye to all the Kolschskin Pilsners that came out this summer too. So
Yeah.
bitter
It
transition.
really it's like it's a love. Oh, Live Oak. Live Oak has a good one. Oktoberfest.
Yes.
Okay, just saying. Throw some Austin in there. I was trying to think who I've had and really enjoy in Austin. That's the thing. It's like there's so many breweries in Austin, and like Thirsty Planet. Obviously I've had Thirsty Planet before, but I don't know how much they get down here as far as distribution goes. But when I go to Round Rock or Austin, I make sure that I'm doing just Austin beers. Okay, I guess it'd be rude of us not to answer our question.
Well, I'm really parched right now.
That's true. All right, let's start with the middle of the table there. This weekend, I did go up or for Labor Day weekend, I went up to Round Rock, and on my way, stopped in Brenham, which is kind of the sort of halfway mark between Houston and Austin. But our friend Ryan Huffmeister Brewing in Belleville, they are now distributing their cans of Huffmeister, which is their Hellas. It's fantastic. Kennedy, you've never had this, have you? No. He's saying no. So right there, and then in Brenham also got some Brazos Valley Brewing, which they do a lot of sales in Austin. Josh was telling me, Caitlin, that their biggest market is in Austin. So,
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. So let me
we got so much craft beer down here, but
yeah,
Texas is really coming up, and I love it.
Yes. So let me tell you about what I love about this beer, because I have a kind of a love affair with this beer. One, it's a Helles, but so like Pilsner, but less, a little less hop presence, I guess. And this one, it looks, it's a crisp lager, but it has this super malty, just rich mouthfeel flavor. I mean, it's just so. Kenny just dumped it all over his. Yes, everybody saw it. It's on the.
I was embarrassed.
Nice pour. A nice pour. Anyway, super delicious. So if you're in Brenham at any point, you said you'd not made it. Our pre-show banter. You said you'd never been to Houston before.
No, I haven't. It's next on the list, I swear.
Well, let's talk about that because so good, so good. That first sip, when it just hits and then kind of. Hold on, Kennedy will do it. Yeah, see, you can't help it.
I just did it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you can't.
I was trying not to do my patented.
Those beers hit you, and you just can't help it.
No. It's good.
Yeah. So, Caitlin, you moved to Austin from Virginia.
Virginia, yeah, South Roanoke area, Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
So like Southwest Virginia.
Okay. That was what, 2 years ago, if I researched correctly.
Yeah, about going on 2.5.
Okay. What brought you to Austin?
So I grew up, born and raised in the same area of Virginia, and I had visited Austin about a year before I graduated college, and I just fell in love with it. And I was like, well, I'm going to move there. So a year after college, I moved here with my boyfriend. So it's been great since.
That's bold. That's a bold move. When you think about that, you just move into a whole new place. Like, I moved from a small town to Houston, but that was forever ago. I've almost been in Houston as long as I was in my hometown. So, because that makes me old. But it's, I had my girlfriend, now wife, speaking of happy birthday, Kelly, today's my wife's birthday. Love you. Anyway, I had like people to go to. I mean, you had your boyfriend with you, but that's a whole new. Did you know anybody in Austin when you moved, or you were just like, let's just have an adventure?
I had one friend from college, and then I had a cousin who lived an hour and a half away in San Antonio. But other than that, it was just us. But I mean, I don't know. Everybody down in Texas was so nice and was all the times that I visited. So I think having a partner to move down here with, plus like just the good community vibes of the city, really helped.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's
too. Like, I mean, now like when I go into a craft brewery or bars, like I recognize people, and it makes me feel like I've been living here for a decade or something.
Yeah, that's the best part about, like, that's why I can't say that's why I started doing my original podcast, Inner Brews. I think I was just like really into beer, but I was just reading, earlier this week, an article about podcasts, and something like 75 to 80% of them never make it past like 10 episodes.
Yeah.
So, it's like, why keep doing it? Because we're almost to my 200th episode on Inner Brews. We've done 100 and so many on the Liquid Lunch here, and that's a lot of time to spend talking about beer. And I mean, I like beer a lot. I love beer. But the thing that keeps me coming back is the people. It's the friendships I've made. It really is. It's like, I tell people, it's like I'm collecting friendships, and that sounds weird, but I've gotten, so many awesome friendships out of doing the podcast, going and having beers, talking about, because I mean, every time there's a new brewery, they've put a little slice of themselves into that brewery, and each beer is just a little piece of themselves, So, the people are great. So.
Gosh, it's gonna make me like get teary eyed. What a good speech.
I mean, you did meet me from doing all this.
Yeah. No. Well, I knew
Sorta.
you. Not really.
Kinda.
I got you into home brewing.
It's true.
I can't say that you've done more of it lately than I have. So that's you and Mike. So, Kaylin, have you ever tried home brewing?
I have not. My boyfriend has a book on home brewing, and we never really had the space until we just moved to where we're at now. So
By the
Probably
way,
just pull that out and get him to.
let me compliment your backsplash back there. Lovely.
Thank you.
Yes. Is that wheatgrass or is that just decorational?
Oh, that's. I've got a cat that's 100% fake grass.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. I was just gonna say maybe like a shot of the wheatgrass in the morning to get you going, and a beer at lunch, and then the rest of the day. Is fine.
Living that healthy balance.
Yeah. Well, you are in Austin. I figured that was like a bylaw.
It's a lot of red meat and barbecue and tacos. I don't know about the
The wheatgrass.
the healthy juices.
Okay. I wish Catherine was here for this. Maybe she'll watch. She'll probably, knowing Catherine, she'll probably watch this and text me with some rage. But I'm going to ask you, from somebody who just moved to Austin, in a relatively recent time, long enough to get kind of, figure it out for themselves. But tacos. Who makes the best tacos? In one that you've had. And would you take Austin tacos over San Antonio tacos? I'm sorry, I'm setting you up for all kinds of controversy, but
It's okay. I can take on San Antonio. Tyson's Tacos off of the airport has the best. I normally get like a duck confit taco and a pork belly taco, and it's heaven. They're not good. They're not good on queso though. But for that, you just go down the road, pick up some queso from Torchy's.
yeah.
And then go up and get your tacos at Tyson's.
Okay.
I'm sorry. What was the first taco you said? Because it sounded like you said duck feet.
Duck confit. It's like that, like fried. It's pretty much like fried crunchy duck.
Yeah.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Confit. It's French.
Confit.
Confit.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. And so that, to me, when you say a taco and then you say duck confit, that screams Austin approach to taco, which I'm all for. I like the fact that there's a healthy rivalry between San Antonio and Austin in the whole taco thing. Mm-hmm. I'm sure, if I could see I don't know. Do we have a healthy San Antonio contingency on any of the streams today? I don't know. But I'm sure word will get around here in just a little bit.
Oh, I was in San Antonio recently, and I can tell you a good taco place there.
Did you get a puffy taco? Have you ever had a puffy taco, Caitlin?
No.
I have. There's one place that doesn't here, but I don't know how I feel about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
All right. Go ahead. Where's a good place in San Antonio?
Rolando's Super Taco.
Rolando's Super Taco.
I got a barbacoa taco there that was as big around as my forearm.
So medium size.
It was.
So medium size taco.
Well, I mean,
that's-
it's not like I've got a lot of muscle in my forearm.
That's what I'm
but,
saying.
But,
That was a shot at
but I'm pretty tall, so it kind of it all evens out in the end. It was big.
Big taco.
I couldn't fit. I thought I could eat 2 tacos, and I didn't even finish that one.
Wow. What was that? What was the name of the place?
Rolando's Super Tacos.
Rolando's Super Taco in San Antonio.
San Antonio. Catherine turned me onto that place.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Catherine knows
Yeah. Well,
San Antonio food.
we'd be very ashamed of her.
You said-
if she didn't.
Oh, we'd never do.
If she
Penny
did, if,
tacos? Puffy? Is that like the style?
No, yeah, what was the style? It wasn't a puffy taco, was it?
no.
Just a good-
People don't eat puffy tacos unless you're like at a, like a touristy chain
Okay.
Tex-Mex restaurant.
That was the only thing I've seen with puffy tacos, Caitlin, was just like on the Food Network. I think there was a Bobby Flay throwdown.
Yeah, don't they usually just cover those in cheese?
Yeah, it was just like a fried tortilla with some meat in it and around it. I don't know. I don't think that's really what San Antonio is known for. But anyway, we digress.
Oh, let's see what
Speaking, you said it was a barbacoa taco, right?
barbacoa taco.
That reminds me. This is me hoping you'll. Is that?
I'm ready.
Is that a thing?
I got it now.
This episode of Liquid Lunch.
I'm on it.
Sponsored by Barbacoa Apparel, San Antonio's premier apparel company. Catherine's and team's own. I don't know if you can see the screen there, Caitlin, but all those T-shirts, all the stickers, all the cool, just super San Antonio, super hip, designs. You got those chorizo and egg, all the breakfast taco tees. And, Caitlin, did you know this? Exclusive designs only available in HEBs near you. Yes.
I like those.
Yes.
Those are-
They just announced not that long ago, so you can find them. We saw them in the wild here in the Houston area at Spring Cypress and 2920. I'm sure that there's a couple more locations here in Houston that I know of. I don't know the address. I think Sugarland was one. And then also around the Austin area, obviously in San Antonio, all around Texas. They have like the salsa dancing shirt. What else did they have that was the only? Oh, the taco truck.
I think they have exclusive
Tacos,
shirts.
trucks, and taco trucks. Huh?
Yeah, I think they have exclusive tees you can only get at HEB.
Yeah, I mentioned that. I just mentioned it.
Sorry, man, I'm distracted.
Exclusive designs only available at HEB. But you can go to barbacoapparel.com/shop. Pick yourself up one today, or go on down to your HEB and find those HEB exclusive designs. And you too can be as hip as Catherine, or at least give it your best shot with a Barbacoa Apparel t-shirt. Bringing today's show. Thank you, Barbacoa Apparel. Excellent. Okay, Caitlin, how did you get into the blog? How did this all start? What was the genesis of all of this?
So like I said, I was living back in Virginia before, and I had always enjoyed writing, so I just began writing on a WordPress site just about my different travels, and then I met my boyfriend, and we started going to breweries and wineries, and I just kind of started writing about those experiences. And in Virginia, it really wasn't much. I was just writing for myself. I think I maybe got 4 or 5 page views a month, but so I moved down to Austin, and I get a marketing job. I start realizing like the potential for someone to like really build this up into something and cover the scene and like become a part of the community. And so I connected with other bloggers in the area. I reached out to PR people, and I just started getting involved in craft beer down here. And it just really took off since I've been in Austin, which I think I like contribute to like 2 things, just like Austin being a great community for bloggers and businesses and restaurants and breweries like ready to like help us help them, and then also just networking with other people in the area.
Okay, so what was your first entry where you're like, okay, this is going to be something, especially compared to how it was going in Virginia? When was that moment where you're like, here we go?
Yeah, so when I first came here, I would write like silly posts like oh, like first week in Austin, here's what I did. But then as I started to explore my neighborhood, and I live in North Austin, which has all the great breweries like Circle and Celis and Austin Beer Works. I heard news that Austin Beer Works alums were going to open up St. Elmo Brewing down south. And I reached out to Tim because he lived in my neighborhood, and I saw him on nextdoor.com posting about his brewery opening.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is super cool. Would you mind if like I came down and like talked to you about opening up the brewery and take some photos and stuff? And they were more than happy to welcome me. And at the time, this was my first craft beer interview. This was my first, I would say, assignment where I did more than just journal my personal experience. And they were really supportive. They were great. They were really fun to talk to. And I just really loved that experience. And I kept on doing it. And like you said, the craft beer community is really welcoming. It's like the brewers, like it's no big, you don't have to like, I don't know. It's really easy to get in touch with them, you know?
Yes. Yeah. And that's, I don't know what level beer nerddom you're at. I don't know if you're a black belt beer nerd where, you read books and all that kind of stuff, but it doesn't matter. The people are so accepting and because there's so many people getting interested in craft beer now. You need that discussion at all different levels. You need that, oh, well, what's the difference between an ale and a lager, and that sort of approach, like just kind of that, get your feet wet, get a little bit of knowledge so you can tell what it is you're drinking. I mean, the first steps are typically like, is this good? And then like, okay. Yeah. And then like, what makes it good? And then it goes from there. So,
I mean, go ahead.
Oh, I was rambling on. Go.
I mean, I totally agree with you, and that's what I try to do a lot with my blog is as I'm learning about craft beer, I want to share these experiences. And because there needs to be an entry point for people getting craft beer. Like I remember I was at one beer event, and I had a friend with me who's a foodie, and she's very new to beer. And she probably asked the most cringy question ever, but she was tasting a Celis beer, and she was like, how is this different than a normal beer? And I know what she meant, but people snickered at her, and it just, I was like, maybe she's never going to try craft beer again, or, people aren't born knowing this.
No. Yeah, we've got to, that's the thing. It's like, yes, that's adorable. Oh, it has normal beer. That's adorable. But there's also, that reaction to somebody who's like, for me, I read a lot before I started going to ask questions because I didn't want to come across like I didn't know anything. Yeah, it's like, but it's perfectly okay not to know anything. I mean, nobody's going to shun her, probably. I don't know. But most likely, it's like, no, come on back. To me, that's like I hear somebody ask a question like that, and I'm like, oh, here's a new convert. Let's get them really entrenched in the cult,
What they mean is, like, how's this different than a Budweiser, which they've always drank?
Yeah.
Or Steiner. Like, that's probably what she meant. And that could have just opened up the floodgates for her interest in craft beer.
Yeah. So is she still dabbling? Is she, did she?
Yeah, she's getting more familiar with craft beer. Sometimes she's a food blogger and also, like, a personal chef. So sometimes she'll have us come over and, like, cook up some meals from us. And I always make sure I bring over a really approachable, like, Jester King bottle or beer. And she's always been impressed with those. And yeah, I think it's piqued interest.
See, that's the thing. Like, when I first got into it, it was, I'll figure it out. Like, okay, ingredients of beer and when it's added in the brewing process and some of the history and that sort of thing. But then the food pairing, that's a whole nother universe.
Yeah.
And if that's one of those things where, depending on your approach, like I tried to get real technical with my approach at first, and it was a little frustrating because I'm like, okay, well, how come nobody can give me an absolute? But it really, because everybody's palate is different, and the foods, somebody's version of a hamburger, even the way they just cook the meat, for the patty for the burger, is going to be different than somebody else, just seasonings and type of whatever. So it really, you just kind of have to trust your palate and just kind of say, all right, let's just try some stuff and see where we start. It's a whole nother universe.
It is. It's something I'd love to get into more, but definitely, you know what you're doing.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's hard to explain with words, but when it happens, when the match happens, a perfect like beer and food pairing, Kennedy.
Would you say that it's more than words?
Extremely. So, yes.
Yeah. Okay, good.
If I only had my guitar handy, we moved him out of the studio, we could start playing and singing. Anyway,
I set you up for that one.
Yeah, I know. Dang it.
It's good co-hosting.
Yeah. No, you're not co-hosting. Kennedy has this identity complex where he tries to be a co-host, but he's producer, which is a whole nother thing.
Know your place.
Know your place, bro.
Well, you're the one who put a mic in front of my face.
Yeah, but I didn't say like talking to it the whole time.
Then why would you put one here?
Look, listen, man. It was easier than just swinging mine over there when you had a couple words to say. Caitlin is our guest co-host today, so I'm just saying.
All right, I will.
Is this your first guest co-hosting gig on a live streaming show about beer that's based in Houston and streams across the state?
Yeah, 100%. It's the first time for everything they say.
Whew. I was afraid you were gonna say no. I've done this a few times. I'm like, who else is doing the show? I don't know. But anyway.
Competition.
Yeah, I don't know. Do we have
Is there another midday craft beer show?
Not another midday. Nobody has the scruples to drink all just in the middle of the day. Most people have to work, and that's what we're counting on. We work at night. Yeah. Caitlin, you took off from work, so thank you.
Did you really?
Well, she took off long lunch. Is your boss watching?
Long lunch.
Okay. Is your boss at work? Is he into beer?
A little bit. He's definitely into drinking. Like, he's totally down. Like, he always makes me, like, keep him informed on, like, the craft beer events happening, or if there's, like, some whiskey thing going on.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, the only beer we have in our work fridge right now is, like, one bottle of Corona that's been there for, like, a year.
Oh. But... yeah, we need that needs to be, I don't know, man. That's sad.
Yeah.
If you have a place where you can have beer in the fridge, especially in Austin, there's just too much good stuff right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll work on getting a kegerator.
Oh, that would be cool. That we have one. I'm working on mine. I homebrew. Well, it's been a little while since I've homebrewed. I may do the pumpkin porter. It's getting time. Mm-hmm. Would you drink that? Would you drink that?
Still have the pumpkin porter from last year?
No, it's gone.
Oh,
long time ago. Now I've got a cider that was like holiday spice. Are
you asking me if I would drink it?
Yeah. I don't want to, because that's what happens when I would brew.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Does a one-legged ducks swim in circles?
I would assume so. I don't know, though. I'd hate to box it into probably. Don't all ducks swim in circles eventually? We're all just swimming in a big circle here. That's life.
Well, we're kind of all swimming in a fishbowl
Yeah.
year after year.
Pink Floyd. Wait. What are we talking about on the chat?
I'm full of it today.
I saw Jeffrey jump on about the Grainfather.
Yeah.
Oh, Caitlin, that's what he was talking about. That's a little late. Okay. Caitlin, he's talking about the Grainfather. If you have limited space to homebrew, which, I don't know if you've never been to Houston, and there's plenty of good homebrew stores, especially there in the Austin area. But if you happen to find yourself in Houston, East Houston, more specifically Humble, you could go to the Grain Cellar, helping bring today's show, where Preston, if you walk in and say Liquid Lunch sent me, free hugs. Your choice, waist up or waist down, either way.
Yeah. Do you guys have that? Do you guys have that in Austin?
Yeah. Anybody giving away free hugs in Austin?
Can you go to your homebrew supply store and say, I want a hug?
Yeah,
and the guy will come up and give you a hug. Like any type. There's lots of different styles of hugs.
Yeah. Side hug. He's good at all of them.
And he will do any one you're comfortable with.
Mm-hmm. Or uncomfortable with, Caitlin, if that's what you're into. I'm just saying. Totally. So anyway, the one-stop fermenting shop, that is the Grain Cellar, 240 First Street West, Humble, Texas, 77338, graincellar.com. Of course, he's on all the socials. But Preston, just a well.
He is
a deep well of brewing information and encouragement.
He is my homebrew mentor.
Guru?
Mentor.
Guru, maybe?
Guru?
Sage? Would you even call him your sage?
You get the point.
Yeah, I'm just saying. He's very good.
He helped me get started, and I go to him. Every batch, I usually have some kind of question.
Yeah.
I'll send him a message. He responds to me. I get 100% of my brewing stuff from him.
Yes. And Caitlin, when Kennedy had a question, he stuck his arm down in a brew because he dropped what do you call them? The airlock down into the fermenter.
Yeah, I dropped the seal.
Yeah, and so he had to reach down into the 5-gallon bucket. It came out. The beer came out really as a blueberry. Was it blueberry wheat or just
a blueberry blonde?
Blueberry blonde. It's fantastic. Ended up. Now he's asking, should he have done right or left hand arm into the beer for next time?
Now I did.
Preston can answer all those questions.
I cleaned my hand and sanitized it
as much as you possibly could.
Yeah,
but there's some things on your arm that could have added to that beer.
Well, so yeah, it's my forearm blueberry.
Yeah. But anyway,
blueberry.
I think what Jeffrey on the chat was saying is that if you're limited in space, you could get a Grainfather, which is just like, it looks like a robot trash can, Caitlin. It's like yeah, and so it's just even in an apartment.
Yeah, so I have limited space. I don't live in a very big space, and I have room to homebrew.
Yeah.
I can do everything pretty much on my stove.
Mm-hmm.
And the fermenter is just a 5-gallon bucket that I can store in the corner somewhere.
Yeah. Ooh, Caitlin, that might be one, not to, tell you how to do your blog, but the homebrew clubs, have you?
Yeah, that was actually one of the first, I met with Daniel from South Austin. I can never say that word correctly.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, he invited me to one of their homebrew competitions one day.
Okay.
And then we also have a homebrew festival every year in Austin, and I got to attend and cover that. I think the most exciting homebrewers. I met plenty of really awesome homebrewers there, but there's this one married couple, and they're from Definitive Ales.
Mm-hmm.
And they were doing funky farmhouse sour beers, that aren't really common in the homebrewing scene, but they were blowing it out of the park. And they actually did win People's Choice that year that I attended. So
that's cool.
But I love that community as well, and it's just almost it's so exciting to look at these people, especially when I was hanging out with that club, and be like, these people could be well on their way to opening up a brewery next year, and right now they're using a 5-gallon bucket and a Gatorade water thing, and it's just, I love that craft beer is built on that, someone turning their dreams into this big
Yes.
monster.
And that's the thing. It's like if you can get into like a local homebrew club, even if you just dabble a little bit, like let's say you do like 1 gallon batches, once every 6 months or something like that. Just to be able to hang out with these, because like the homebrew clubs, they run the gambit. You got that old dude, and I say old, I mean like in his 50s that's been doing it for 30 years and learned back when homebrew equipment all had to be like hand made out of secondhand parts and that sort of stuff. Because homebrewing, man, as much as craft beer has changed, as many breweries has opened, homebrewing, you can open your own like junior scale commercial brewery in your like shed out back if you really wanted to. The equipment that's available now is mind blowing. So anyway, there's just people that have been doing it forever, and that, like you said, they're doing all kinds of great style sours and stuff like that. They're not afraid to take on stuff. Speaking of taking on funky stuff, and the Grain Cellar, the Rogue Brewers, that's their local club there, Caitlin. They Preston posted, I believe yesterday, they're doing a competition. Kennedy, you should check this out.
Yeah, Jeffrey's actually been all over me about.
We should do one, even if we don't enter the competition.
About entering the comp.
Liquid Lunch should do one.
Okay.
What you do is they're going to go in. Caitlin, they have a 20-sided dice.
Oh, are they into D&D?
No, well, no, they're not. That's you. Caitlin, do you know anybody that plays Dungeons and Dragons?
Oh God, I should have said anything.
I've never played it. I know about it, and I know a few people who do, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm not gonna name any names on this show, but it's not you or me. It's kind of an interesting thing that somebody named Kennedy's doing, but not gonna name any names. Anyway, so they have a 20-sided die, and you go in, and there's 5 categories. So you have your what are they? They have your base malt, then your specialty malt, your hops, your yeast, and then an adjunct, some kind of wild card. And they had everything from like vanilla cake mix to what else did they have on there? Donuts. All these things you have to put in your beer.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That could get fun.
Yeah. And so yes, it could get nutty real quick. Actually, I think nuts may be on there, so it could actually literally get nutty.
Are arms on there?
Probably. You could probably, yeah.
Arms?
If you roll the die the right way.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, that's just a cool thing that you see at homebrew places. And these guys are great. The Rogue Brewers.
Yeah,
great.
I mean, I just started homebrewing, and I really, really enjoy it. And my current batch right now is something my girlfriend and I did. Jules. Yeah,
Okay.
she we brewed it together, and on Monday we bottled.
That is
Yeah.
the sweetest thing I've ever heard.
Is it?
Yeah. No. It's up there though. That's adorable.
Yeah. It's our brew.
Okay. All right. So, Caitlin, did we talk about? We pre-show we did. I don't think we talked about Jameson whiskey, which when I brought this up to Perry, he's somebody who helps with the show from time to time. Producer Perry. Jameson is his favorite whiskey.
Good.
And so he wanted me to make sure that I got details about what you're doing with Jameson whiskey. What's going on?
Yeah, so it's like kind of my first big project that I'm working on. I'll be partnering with Jameson Whiskey for the next year.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole campaign is called Love Thy Neighborhood. And what's really exciting about it is I get to share all the cool places in my neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
And not just the spots, but, the chefs, the brewers, the bartenders, the hand makers, like everyone in my neighborhood who makes my neighborhood so great. Once a month, I'm going to profile one person, and we're either going to make a cocktail, we're just going to have it Jameson neat, but we're going to get together and talk about the neighborhood and what they get to do. So I'm really excited about that. And of course, it's really great working with Jameson right now because they've done a lot of cool stuff with craft beer or with beer, and they're one of the main sponsors for the Great American Beer Festival this year.
Cool.
And of course, they have the Caskmates, styles of whiskey that they've aged in beer barrels.
Cool.
Using different craft brewers from around the United States, like Friends and Allies from Austin, participated in that program last year.
Okay. Well, that's cool. Yeah. Who doesn't like whiskey? I mean, I'm sure there's people, but
there's people.
We don't hear from them. But anyway, that's very cool. So be on the lookout for Caitlin around her neighborhood, looking
with a bottle of Jameson.
The bottle of Jameson with rosy cheeks and making lots of friends. So that's pretty cool.
Jameson is one when I'm drinking whiskey, and every once in a while,
Yeah.
it's about midnight in a bar,
Yeah.
and I'm craving a little something extra. Mm-hmm. Jameson is my go-to.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that about you.
Yeah. I could thank Perry for that. He
Yeah.
kind of got me onto
Well,
it.
there you go.
So really, it's only beer or Jameson that I'm drinking.
Cut that. Use that.
Yeah.
Send that to the Jameson people and be like,
Yeah.
Kennedy.
I don't always drink whiskey, but when I do, it's Jameson.
It's Jameson.
Yeah, that might be wondering. Oh, speaking, Jeffrey says, Eighth Wonder is going to be Hold on. Boom. Eighth Wonder. There it is.
The next cask mate.
The next cask mate for Jameson. Eighth Wonder here
Oh,
in Houston.
nice.
That is cool.
Yeah, they have their own distillery now.
Yeah, they do.
I've been to their I've been to their distillery. It's pretty nice.
That's another thing. Well, that's the thing is like beer and whiskey have the same beginning, right? It's usually
Yes.
rye or barley or whatever the grain is, but it's the similar beginning, and then they diverge and become these other things, and then they come back together in a barrel, and then they go back. And
Yeah.
it's what do you call that? Meta? I don't know if that's meta. Something. I don't know. Caitlin, what do you have planned for this weekend? Anything exciting or coming up?
No, I mean, it's still summertime here, 100%. So we'll probably go down to Town Lake, take the kayak out, take a few beers.
Okay.
We do have, so it's the Red Line Brewery Tour in Austin. We have one metro line that goes from north to downtown area.
Uh-huh.
But coincidentally, I live on it. I live like a 5-minute walk away from one stop, and there's 5 breweries on the line. So, and they're walking distance from each stop.
Oh, nice.
So we're gonna go to each brewery, get a beer, and then at the end you get some free swag.
Oh, that's cool. Do you know?
Yeah.
Can you name all 5 breweries?
Circle, Fruitorium, Black Star Co-op, and Zilker. And I think I'm missing one. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Those are
Of course, it's Zilker
Zilker.
on 6th Street.
Oh, yes, right. Brutorium,
Yes.
they're pretty new, right?
Yes, they are. I'm like in love with Fruitorium. They are brand new, but they've been building for a very long time. They do a lot of really nice, clean German style beers, and then they've got like an incredible like food menu.
Yeah. Yeah, we talked
It's
to
my
them.
favorite place.
I talked to them right when they were getting ready to open, and of course, not a rookie mistake, but just, the more breweries that are opening, the more there's kind of a rhythm. You got to figure out the best time to say, hey, can you sit down to do an hour long podcast or a 30-minute streaming whatever. First, they have to get internet in their new building. That's typically one of the barriers to being on this show. But yeah, I talked to Brutorium right when they were about to open, and I need to talk to them again to get them on the show. But yeah, they intrigued me. The Black Star Co-op, that one's a really interesting one. I don't know of anybody else doing what they do, like an all, like they're owned by the employees, right?
Yeah, and actually, there's Fourth Tap Co-op Brewing in Austin too. That's the same way. But yeah, Black Star. They also, you don't tip their waiters. Like, their waiters make a good wage.
Ooh, how European.
Well, speaking of, they have some of the best fish and chips in, I think, maybe all of Travis County. It's divine.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
And along with, like, their beer menu is kind of small. But what I've always loved about their beer list is that it features a lot of, like, special and small batches from local breweries that you wouldn't get to find anywhere else on draft except for that brewery.
Okay. That's cool.
That makes sense.
No, it absolutely. Who else did you said Zilker is on that list? Who else did you say was on Circle? Okay, and then the
Circle,
mystery
yeah.
number 5 that we'll watch your social this weekend and figure it out.
Yeah.
So
I don't want to give any spoilers away.
right. Okay. Very cool. All right. Well, Caitlin, we don't want to keep you away from work. We know your boss is cool, and we appreciate him allowing you to be on the show today, give you the time, and you did a bang-up job as our guest co-host. So we won't keep you around all day. I mean, we will if you would let us, but we're not going to. We want you to come back again, so we won't.
Oh, yes, of course. And please let me know the next time you're in Austin.
Okay. Yeah, we'll be there.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be there soonish. Well, it happens.
And if you ever make the trip to Houston,
Yeah, of course.
You
If
need-
you're in Houston,
I'll let y'all know first. Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
we will.
make sure.
Let's be honest. We will. You and your boyfriend come on down, and we will get you. We'll try a lot of really good beers, is what we'll say. So-
Well, what you can make sure you time it to be here on a Thursday,
oh yeah.
and you could join us
Oh,
right.
yeah.
You could join
We
us
can do
right
that.
here in studio.
Or we could go somewhere. Like last week,
or
we were at
that.
St. Arnold's new beer garden. That is a destination. St. Arnold's new
I-
beer garden is amazing.
I've been hearing about it from everywhere. I'm dying to see it.
Yeah, well, if you want to go back and watch last week's episode
Yeah.
on the YouTubes or wherever,
Full tour?
yeah, we did the show there. We had Aaron Inkrot on, who's one of their head brewers, and we had Priscilla Walker, who's their PR marketing. She's just great. She's helped set the whole thing up. And on that episode, if you didn't get to see it yet, whoever's watching, Aaron told us the new style for Divine Reserve 19. We were the first to hear. I don't even think it's public yet, but it was on that show. We know the style for Divine Reserve 19. So, anyway. All right. All right. Well, Caitlin, thank you so much for being on the show today. Everybody.
I loved it. Thank you for having me.
All right.
Anytime.
Well, everybody follow or read the blog, subscribe, watch for her all around Austin. Follow her on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. And are you on any other social? Are you on Snapchat?
Website.
Twitter. I'm on the Twitter.
The Twitters, yeah.
The Instagram, Facebook. That's where it's at.
Google Plus. I don't know.
Google Plus, LinkedIn.
LinkedIn. Okay. Peach.
No,
Is,
please.
Peach is Peach
my-
still around?
Are you on MySpace?
Yes, from time to time.
All right.
Still growing that underground garage band
Yes.
idea that I had.
Well, that's cool. You're a woman of many talents. All right. Well, everybody, Big World Small Girl is the name of the blog and the handle on all the socials, and just a wonderful read. All your stuff, it's good. It's so good, and the photography on your Instagram. I'm just gonna gush over it a bit. I showed my daughters. I have 3 daughters. One going into middle school. I said, if you're ever gonna do Instagram, follow Caitlin's model here. I want to show you.
Oh my gosh! Wow,
Yeah.
thank you.
So, yeah, I can't say good enough things about it. So if you're a beer fan and an Austin fan, and you'll soon be a Caitlin fan, so follow it. All right, Caitlin, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Have a
Thanks,
great rest of your
Caitlin.
day, and we'll talk to you soon.
Cheers.
Cheers, Caitlin Johnson, one and everybody,
That was awesome.
one and all. Yeah, she's a fantastic guest co-host. That was fun. Makes me want to, I say it makes me want to start. It makes me want to go read her blog. Let's be honest. If I tried a blog for like 3 entries, and you know what you have to do to have a blog? You have to be disciplined and continue.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll just keep doing the podcast. Hey, silly us, now that she's gone, let's get into some more beer.
Hold on. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah. Do we want to do the what you drinking again?
Oh, sure.
Let's do that. Ladies and gentlemen, part 2 of...
It's time for your favorite segment and mine here on Liquid Lunch. This is
What you drinking?
And what do we have? Oh, Jeffrey says judge is needed for the Rogue Brewers competition. The Rogue Brewers been on Interbrews a couple of times. Go back. You got to go back in the day.
Man,
Good dudes.
I've really wanted to go to one of their.
You should join.
Their
That's what
monthly
you
meetings.
should join since you
But
live over there.
I don't live that close. But
Close enough.
Yeah, but
I mean, if that's your store, right?
Yeah, it's my store, but man, I can't. Friday nights are bad.
Well,
I
yeah,
can't-
but
I'm usually working.
no, that's the problem.
I rarely get off Friday nights. I mean,
If
I
there are-
really am not working
Okay,
Friday nights.
One thing I learned from Caitlin's blog is calls to action. Okay, so here's a call to action. Most everybody that I know is watching currently already does this, but if you could follow us on Instagram and the Twitter and like our Facebook page, if you're watching this and haven't taken the time to like the Facebook page, click over there and do it, and then also use that Amazon link. We mentioned it at the end of the show, but liquidlunchshow.com/Amazon, and just whatever you buy on Amazon, which I buy so much stuff on Amazon, is what I've found out. And anyway, we get a little feedback for that.
Yeah,
or a
we
little,
got a couple people sharing our live show posted.
oh yeah, share it up, folks. That's another thing. I got to start saying that off the top. Share it up, like we did with St. Arnold. A lot of people did that last week. We appreciate that greatly.
Share it up.
Share it up, y'all.
Mo people watch it.
Yeah. And then if anybody just wants to, bankroll the whole thing, we don't need much. Maybe some more cameras, so you can really 4K, maybe 8K. We should jump right to 8K if we can get the money.
Oh God, no one.
Short bus.
No one
Hold
wants
on.
to see that detail on me.
Yeah, we do filters all day if we got that kind of money. Also, the short bus. I need to do the Studio Productions short bus,
Right.
mobile studios, and then just a yearly salary for the 3 of us, or 4 of us if you count Schoenberg. And other than that, that's all we need. And then maybe a regular Austin, Dallas, and other parts of Texas correspondence and that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, that's all we need.
Yeah.
All right.
We don't. There's only like 5 requests there.
Yeah. So calls to
It's not
action.
much. It's not much.
From less expensive to I know it's inconvenient, but it helps a lot. We'd be super grateful. So anyway,
Hold on.
that's enough of that. What do we got? Ooh, that looks like Brash.
It is. They do not bottle that often,
No, they don't.
and we are very, very honored to have this on the show today.
This is the good. I believe I've had this at the brewery.
I have never had this.
I think I did.
It's all right.
it's the same one.
So the guys flipping the middle finger. Please don't be offended.
Well, it's the internet. We can do whatever we want.
Yeah.
We can do whatever the F we want.
Yeah.
Hey, is this the one with black limes and black salt and very brash
It doesn't
approach
say.
to Goza? Hold on. I think if this is it, I had one of these with Vince there at the brewery.
So
and it's fantastic.
we need to thank Jules. She made a trip to Brash
Yeah.
strictly
For that?
to get me this beer.
Okay, I got to look up.
She is a wonderful woman.
Yeah, she is.
She is. She was at another brewery. Some guy came in because he didn't want to leave it out in his car because he didn't want it to get hot.
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
is this going on?" He's like, "Yeah, this is going on."
And then she
So she went to Brash
yeah.
just to get me this.
There's no notes on Beer Advocate on this beer.
Nah, they don't really care.
Well, no, Brash doesn't, but other people
Yeah.
put that. I'm just looking for a description. If this is this the one with the black limes? Anybody know? Can anybody speak to that? Let's see. I see a lot of pictures of it.
I think I saved the bottle cap pretty well
Oh, here.
to put on our
Here we go.
put on
6% ABV. So that's that's big
Yeah,
for
that's
a
it.
Goza.
That's it. Well, it's Goza style ale,
Right.
so I wonder if it's. Well, we're about to find out.
Yeah. Well, I can't taste if it's black limes and black salt, but if it's the one I remember, it was Delicioso. They make fantastic beers.
I'm worried
That-
about pouring over my.
That was after they were on Interbrews. Gosh, I guess that's already been 6 or 7 months already. Those episodes go by quick. This is where I plug real quick. Next week for Interbrews, we will be at Brew 30 here in the Cypress area. The Bearded Fox guys are going to be hanging out with us.
Oh, hold on. The bearded fox guys.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
I mean,
Look at that.
these guys right here. Hey,
Yeah, Mike and everybody.
I was at Bearded Fox on Sunday.
Marcus,
I did, but I didn't see those guys.
Randall.
I was upset. I know you went and you got the special treatment.
Let me tell you, those guys they are great. I love those guys.
You went, you got the special treatment. I went and they ran like hell.
Yeah. So this tastes like it has oats in it. I don't have any information. I'm going to say oats. I'm going to say I don't know what else. It's good though. I love me.
Wow, that's good. It's different. It's definitely not your normal Goza.
You taste some oats. I think
Yeah.
I feel like there's oats. If anybody's got any information, Jeffrey, I feel like you always have information. I'm going to close this computer here.
Yeah, what is in this?
A little bit of magic, a little bit of dark magic, probably from Brash. So if I do you like pumpkin beers? Not everybody's into pumpkin beers. Good pumpkin beers, and that's the caveat is good pumpkin beers. Okay, I don't mean like overly spiced, shitty pumpkin beers. I mean, so like like Pumpkinator.
It depends. Some I like. See, I'm not a big fan of like the heavy beers.
Yes.
So Pumpkinator is kind of like that.
Yeah.
It's quite a beer.
Well, hey, Janae. How's it going? And Danny. Sorry, it took me too long to get the comments up. Hey, everybody.
Hey, you just joined.
So
Just Janae, yeah, 6% Goza style. Brash keeps killing it.
yeah. Well, yes, she is right. You are right, Janae. You are right. Absolutely right. Hey, Jules, how are you doing?
Yeah.
Who else did we see? Tom? Was Tom on? I don't see Tom here now.
He was there.
Oh, did he just jump on? Okay, cool.
All right. So apparently, $30 to become a member, Rogue Brewers.
Okay, well worth it.
You get a newly redesigned club T-shirt.
Cool. Just the information alone. Like if you were to pay for a class, like a brewing class, that would be probably $30-$50, something like that.
Yeah.
But the amount of information just from hanging out with those dudes.
Man, I really wish I could go. Can you guys do it on another day then?
Yeah. How about everybody change your schedule?
All right. So
And,
every 5 weeks, you guys could you change it to another night?
Hold on, I grab my other phone here, y'all,
Yeah.
so I can keep up with more comments.
Oh, Heidi's on. Hey,
Heidi.
Heidi.
Howdy, Heidi. How's it going?
how's
How's it hanging, Heidi?
No one has any info on the Goza.
Well,
I've got some info on the Goza.
if it's the same one, it was great.
I have info on this Goza.
What do you got?
It is delicious.
Well, that's not. Whoa.
I get really nervous about drinking over my computer
Oh,
because I haven't spilled anything on it yet,
yeah.
but I spill a lot.
Yeah.
In case you didn't notice.
Yeah, well, we've got stains on the carpet here in the old studio.
Well, you know what? I got. Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
I better not talk about that.
No, please don't. I got to pull up our YouTube feed too, in case anybody's there.
Oh, Foamy Head.
Was he there?
Oh, Heidi said she could be better. You know what make you feel better, Heidi?
Under the weather, eh?
You know what make you feel better? Is a beer.
Hey, Foamy Head 13.
Is one of these, Heidi?
Hold on. Oh yeah. Well, maybe
This will make you feel better.
it will. They used to do that, a little bit of sour beer to kind of calm the stomach. I don't know how that works, but Foamy Head 13.
Oh.
From the YouTubes, right?
Yeah.
He is drinking a Ranger Creek Oktoberfest out
Oh.
of San Antonio there. So another good Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
That's what I want everybody. Hit us up with your favorite Oktoberfest. Just mention on Twitter or the Facebooks or wherever. Let us know, and then we'll talk about that next week.
Do you want to do an Oktoberfest show next week?
What is the date for next week? 7 + 6 is 13, right? Next week is the 13th. That old scary Thursday, the 13th.
Yeah, because I have a really good Oktoberfest beer.
Well, we can do that. Okay, so I don't normally plug my birthday. Okay, but it's coming up. And here's what I would like for my birthday. One, I want it deemed Joshtoberfest from here on out. September 18th is now Joshtoberfest. But I don't want anybody to fuss over me.
Okay.
I want you to go buy a beer for somebody else. Like if you're at the bar or somewhere like that, with sometime within that range, be like, Happy Joshtoberfest. Buy
Hold on.
somebody a beer, make a friend.
Are we having Oh, never mind.
A party?
No, I was hoping we'd have our show would be on the 18th.
No, it's on the 20th.
So we can call it the Joshtoberfest.
We can call it that, or we can do it next week. Either way.
All right. Heidi joined kind of late. She wants to know what the beer we're drinking
Currently?
So we're drinking one of these, Heidi.
Foamy Head 13 also says Seguin has a lot of good taco places. What is the best taco place in Seguin? I mean, that was a long time ago when he said that, so I hope he's still watching. But Seguin.
It's a Brash Ghost. Brash Ghost. The Goza style
Excellent.
ale.
It's excellent.
Really good, Heidi.
Yeah.
I don't know if they still have any left in the brewery, but that's really the only place you can get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But worth going there.
Yeah.
Play some video games.
Julie said it's a good idea.
Yeah. For what? Oh,
Yeah,
for my birthday?
I guess going out and buying everyone a beer.
Well, that's the thing. Like I see on Facebook, people are like, "Here, give to this." Oh, that's my face.
You got
Give-
right up in the camera.
Give to somebody, a charity or whatever. And I mean, I'm nothing against giving to charity, right? But one, I don't need anybody wishing me a happy birthday on my birthday. It's fine. It just
Really? You don't want your daughters to wish you happy birthday on
My
your birthday?
daughters are different. They can.
All right.
My wife is different. She can.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as like just all the,
Are you working on your birthday?
what day is it?
Tuesday.
Yeah. Of course.
I
I don't take off for my birthday.
I don't either.
There's no point. Look, here's the thing. If somebody wants to say congratulations to somebody on my birthday, Janet Stewart, that's my mom. She's the one that needs the encouragement and the congratulatory, applause for putting up with myself for for a long time and for birthing me and all that. So Janet Stewart. She's on Facebook. If anybody can find her, y'all can give her the old thanks. But that's who you can give your props to. The old my mom. So, but go buy somebody else. Celebrate Joshtoberfest. Buy a beer for someone else. That's the idea. There you go.
Yeah, you guys.
And wear
could-
lederhosen.
Yeah, and you guys could buy a beer for me for Josh's birthday.
Sure. Why not?
I'm okay with that.
Why not?
Yeah.
So anyway, that's it. What else we got?
Oh, so I was in the grocery store a couple days ago.
Oh, I got something, but yeah, go ahead.
So
I got a big something actually.
Yeah, and so I walking by the beer section, and they had a shopping cart full of single beers,
Really?
and they were.
Were they remodeling said grocery store?
No, it's a brand new store.
Okay, because I saw they were remodeling one near.
So they had like these single beers, and they had Southern Star Spring Pilsner for 75 cents a can.
Really
Yeah,
interesting.
and there were a whole bunch of cans in there.
And so you bought them all up? You didn't just walk out with them this time?
Well, it wasn't all that was it. The funny thing is they had like
Just push the
other nameless beers in there that
Yeah.
for the same price.
Yeah.
So when I looked at that, and I'm like, well, this is the biggest no-brainer I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah. I would be interested to hear Dave or Omar, somebody, Sam or somebody from, or, Huggy Bear, who, anybody, I'll keep naming names. Yeah. Anybody from Southern Side, I'd be interested to hear their take on, would they rather their beer, like, because the Spring Pils, it's obviously not an early, like, special edition.
Right.
It would be left over from the spring. Would they rather it be sold at that price, or would they rather take it back and not have it on the market?
Interesting.
I don't know. I mean, obviously you're going to have it and enjoy it, I'm sure. There's a lot of people that will enjoy that beer. It's a delicious beer. But I just wonder what their take of that would be. I need one more screen. I need to be able to see Twitter. I guess I could pull that up on that other
You
computer.
got enough screens.
I don't. Yeah, I guess I do. Here's what I'm going to do. Okay. Something I needed to make sure I mentioned. This is a big deal.
Kind of like me.
This is a big deal.
All right.
This weekend on Sunday the 9th, right?
Yeah.
Tomorrow's the... No, wait. Is that
It
Saturday?
it is Sunday.
Is the 9th. So tomorrow... Yeah, 7th, 8th, 9th on Sunday. I will be at Balison Brewing. And there's the sign. Boom. Can we take my shot full? I just like saying full. Boom. Little cuppage right there. Be at Balison. They are celebrating their 1-year anniversary. I hope we can get Adam to eat a cake like a toddler, like a kid, like a little baby. We need to put him in a high chair, get him a cake, and let him go face first into that cake and get it all over his face and then take pictures of it. But, of course, they always are so giving, and they are raising money for, I don't have it in front of me, pooches. More pooches. It's usually pooches because we all love dogs, like Bosco. Where's he at? Bosco and Bella both rescue dogs, my dogs. But myself, Justin Stapleton from which is he from KPRC? KHOU? KPRC? Weatherman. Everybody knows Stapleton.
I don't know Stapleton.
Anyway, he's a big beer fan.
Oh.
James Simpson, John Denman.
Yeah.
That's a lot of audio.
There's a lot of J's.
A lot of J's.
Lots of J's.
Oh, James Carlisle from
Yeah.
Whole Foods Brewing.
Yeah. Like
Jose
I said,
Cruz Jr.
Like I said, lots of J's.
And then Adam and Sarah, and maybe, I don't know, was that the...
Yeah, I was. Oh, man. I found out I picked up some overtime and I can't get out of it. And
Now you're depressing people. But
and,
let me say.
And Adam asked me to be part of it.
Yeah. Well, it would be more fun if you were there for sure.
I can't. I'm going to be be but it's going to
later.
be.
But not in the dunk tank. So that's what we're doing.
No, I volunteer my services for the dunk tank, but by the time I get there, they're going to be doing the grand finale dunking.
Yes. Okay.
So I'll get to dunk.
Which,
but I won't be a dunkie.
Yeah. So Sunday.
Yeah.
You said second anniversary, or I thought it was their first.
Oh,
1 year. That was their first anniversary.
Boy, did I put something up wrong?
I just said second anniversary.
I know.
Now you're making me doubt myself.
I know.
That's the problem with all the time. It goes by so fast.
Adam, I'm sorry if I fucked that up.
Whoa. That escalated quickly again. Hold on, I gotta log in here. But
Oh.
anyway, if you want to come throw your balls at me, that's what I'm gonna be doing on Sunday. I'll be there just ready for you to throw your balls at me.
What time are balls being thrown at you on Sunday?
I believe I'm at 2:30.
Okay.
I believe 2:30. So come throw your balls at me or one of the other guys from of course James from What's on Tap Radio.
He definitely needs to be dunked.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hope he can touch the bottom of that tank. He's a little guy. And then John Didman, which his beard will soak up all the water, so there won't be any left.
Yeah. Well,
And love both those guys. And if you don't listen to their shows, well, they're not as good as this one, but worth a listen nonetheless. Just kidding. They're good shows, great shows, different.
I mean, we can't be on all the time, so.
Well, you could, but
No, I think we'd kill each other.
maybe. I don't know. We should definitely do another day a week or 2 hours or something, right? We've discussed that. An official 2 hours, right? Mm-hmm. So right now we're hitting about the hour and a half. So this is an idea, and this is where I want to get some feedback from you guys. We're considering starting kind of a soft start, right, at 11:30 is what we're bantering about.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to have to end the show for the school year right at 1:30 instead of take it up to closer to 2. So we're talking about starting at 11:30 and then going right to 1:30, so an official 2-hour show. But we'll do our main start at noon. I don't know. We got to work out all the details.
It's going to be like a pre-show.
I guess.
The first 30 minutes pre-show, get all our kinks worked out.
Yeah, and then the hour and a half just
And then
epic.
then we're
audio,
ready to
video.
go, like right at noon.
Real quick, I'm getting a little choked up about it. Welcome to the wall, St. Arnold. Because I palm it.
We're not really going to kill each other, Heidi.
No, I'll palm it right there.
Hold on.
St. Arnold.
Yeah.
Oh. Shh. Don't go back. All right, there. It's a little harder than
Yeah.
right there. St. Arnold.
Do you want me to? Would you rather do that?
No, that's good. And
All
then St. Arnold joining the wall. Of course, I don't know why they weren't there years and years ago. And of course, we moved Live Oak over. So if you're a brewery anywhere in Texas and you have some signage, we have so much wall space. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at all that wall space. Look at all the wall space. Look at all of it.
I got some too.
Yeah, and then right there.
Wait, we need to So I got Patrick Swayze.
Yeah, he's old news.
Got a little no label.
But our new one, Running Walker.
Yeah.
Running Walker beer from the Bremen Brewery down in Richmond. We did an interview there for Interbrews 2 weeks ago, I guess, or last week, or whenever that was at the time.
Got some Brigadoon.
Oh, speaking of Brigadoon, that Black Plague, first of all, delicious. Second of all, we are, 3 weeks away from the start of the Renfest on September 29th or something like that?
Cool.
Dude, we should do I wish we should do a weekend show out, if we can figure out a time to get out there this year. Mm-hmm. That Renfest. You've been to the Renfest, right?
Yeah, but it's been a while. How's the internet out there? Love to do a show from out there.
I don't know. I really don't know. I think I've streamed from there, just on my phone. I don't know how it looked, but
I mean, somewhere around there's got to be a router
yeah,
for
no,
internet. And we
Plantersville, I guess, is what you call it. Plantersville, is that where they are? It's
I mean, we can.
it's not as far away as it used to be. There's about to be in the next couple of years. There's going to be a toll road all the way out there, so you can drive 95 miles an hour out to the Renfest.
So I was talking to Julie.
But you can stop in Magnolia and go to Lone Pine on the way out there.
Yeah. Oh, we can
Let the traffic get through.
do kind of like a Lone Pint thing, and we can get a lot of people on their way. We'll still get people dressed up.
Sure, yeah, you can stop by.
Uh-huh.
You can stop by.
Say, on your way to Renfest,
Yeah,
stop by Lone Pint.
that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Especially once it cools down, we can sit out there with Blake and
Yeah.
drink some Undead Head Ed or some Yellow Rose or something. I like that Undead Head Ed.
Oh.
It's a good.
I love that beer.
Yeah, Ghost Pepper Porter.
Oh, I didn't go to Jeffrey is asking if we're going to Galveston for the Brewmasters.
Oh, that was on last weekend.
Yeah.
I did not get to go. We went. Confession here. Of course, we had Clifton McDerby on Interbrews a couple weeks ago out at 11 Below. Mm-hmm. That guy, what a sweet guy. And they do, man, what a stellar job they do with their events. They do a lot of beer and wine events around the Houston area. They do like the Sci Fair Wine Fair, which also has a beer tent. It's right down the road here. Anyway, put on a great event. And it's inside, so air conditioning and stuff. But every Labor Day, we go up to Round Rock. This time we were working on our bus, the Destination Gymnastics bus. It's blue, Tuck the Gym bus. It'll be ready soon. So, there you go. That's what we did. We went and worked on a bus.
Oh, Danny says he's coming our way.
Yeah, he did.
October 4th.
Is that official? Danny, is that official?
October the 4th. Are you going to be here? Wait, hold on.
Let me know if that's official.
Oh, Danny.
Oh, Danny boy.
You're going to be here on a Thursday.
Of course he is.
Huh.
That's what he's saying.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Ah.
I just pulled up the YouTube feed here on this computer, and it's throwing me because it's not that far behind.
Yeah.
Oh, too many tacos to pick a favorite. Alaskan Smash Galaxy Double IPA. Foamy Head 13 just posted.
Oh.
That's good stuff. So we're watching on all the channels. Hold on, let me pull up Twitter's. Now I'll be on everything. Except for Twitch.
Definitely coming.
Are we on Twitch still?
Yeah, we are. We need to work something out. Let's meet up with Danny.
Yeah. What part of town are you going to be in, Danny? And then we'll figure that out from there. I'm guessing you're conducting some sort of business. Some sort of business transactions.
Business.
Doing his business. I just looked at Twitter, and then baseball pops up at the top whenever there's a game on, right? Are we on Twitter today? Did it work out?
Yeah, we are definitely on.
Oh, never mind. I have the St. Arnold episode pinned. Sorry.
Definitely on the Twitters. Okay. Definitely on the Twitches.
There you go. Yeah, I like that we're on all those. And on the Mixlr feed, if you guys don't have access to video. If say you're driving around,
yeah, if you're driving, we do not want you watching us.
No, but you can listen for sure, and it sounds really nice. So I'm just gonna get on Twitter here.
Except when I talk.
Well, all audio quality is good. Quality is good. Content,
questionable.
Questionable at best. What are you gonna do this weekend? Work. It sounds like. Yeah. You got any beers in your fridge that you're targeting?
Work, man. I'm like kind of cleaned out on beers. I've had some people over, and they
didn't bring any.
Yeah.
They were just extra thirsty.
Yeah. So there's like, well, I don't want to get into why people are coming over.
We already talked about it. We already exposed the fact that you play Dungeons and Dragons.
There may be a nerd night going on, and like.
Do y'all have cloaks and stuff? Are y'all getting really like dark with it and kind of like occultish and that sort of thing? Like,
let me say,
y'all dress up like that Black Plague poster behind you.
Look, I'm not going to be embarrassed about this.
Well,
but I just started for the first time ever, and it's pretty fun.
Why aren't you embarrassed? Because maybe you should be.
I think most people have a preconceived notion about this.
Yeah.
And that we're all like acting like a bunch of dorks. But
I think you have to, right?
But it's basically you get into character, and we drink.
That's dorky, man.
We drink a lot of
mead.
Well, we did actually. Yeah, I had some good bottles of
Fuego.
No, I still had the Fuego, but I had some Griffin Meadery. I had a couple bottles saved up, and they went quick. They went quickly.
I think what you need, if I'm going to pair beer with dorking out with that type of game, I think you should go with like Enchanted Manor. Not Enchanted. Yeah. Is it Enchanted Manor is the one that's from the Renaissance Festival.
Yeah.
They have a boucher or a boucher.
Yeah.
And do you know what a boucher is?
Do
you remember?
I know what a Bobby Boucher is.
Yes. What they do is they take the honey.
I think there's an R in that.
Boucher?
Brochet?
No, I think it's just boucher. Boucher. Anyway, what they do is they take that honey and they burn the shit out of it. Like they just cook it down to almost like black smoke, whatever. And then they add their water and ferment it. It's a super rich, caramely, just super intense flavor. But it's like, you have to have it in a cauldron, basically, to get it down to that intensity. And that seems like a very like medieval thing, which seems like what. Now, are y'all doing like straight medieval Dungeons and Dragons?
No,
or are y'all doing like space?
All right,
character?
So like a normal, I guess. I can't believe I'm talking about this. Yeah. Campaign can go on for like months. Yeah. All right, so we've only done this. We've only had 2 2 sessions, I guess.
Uh-huh.
They've been about 3 hours apiece, so we're like just barely starting, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on. But the last time we played, like our characters managed to find themselves in a bar and got in a bar fight.
Yeah.
And a couple of them I put to sleep because they were being rowdy and about to get in a fight with the big golem.
Oh,
And
that old cliche.
yeah. So yeah,
Okay.
that's kind of what happened. Like
Oh.
we stole some money, we got really drunk.
Do you
and-
act
and-
out
and
the bar
caused-
fight? Do y'all like
No, we don't have
choreograph it?
No, we just like basically it's kind of like a big theater of the mind. And
That sounds awesome. That
I
sounds
mean-
super awesome.
don't
I'm
you know
saying- dude, I'm saying.
I was on your side for a while.
No,
until
I said it sounds awesome.
until I finally tried it. It's not just all about wizards and dwarves and
Jose just
elves
popped on
and
Mixler.
stuff.
Would you ever play Dungeons and Dragons?
who, me?
No, Jose.
Oh,
I'm gonna say Jose says no way. No way, Jose.
you don't know that. You don't know Jose.
I honestly don't know if he would play Dungeons and Dragons or not. I don't know. I cannot. And he said nope. He said no way, Jose. I bet you the no way, Jose is probably. You probably hear that as much as I hear gosh, Josh, or Josh, where it's Oshkosh, but gosh, that was a big one back in the day.
Oh, you know what one of my favorites was? I mean,
Kennedy is
I
a-
got all sorts of like combinations of like Chris Piss, Chrissy Pissy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my favorite, Pistifer.
Yep. Jose's right there with me.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Yeah. That's the burden of having a name that rhymes with other things and then
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
11.
Yeah.
For a time.
Yeah, and if you're a female and your name is Mulva,
There's no Mulvas.
uh-huh.
There's never been a person named Mulva. Ever. In the history of people. Unless it was in your game.
or Dolores.
There's Dolores.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one.
Yeah.
I can go with that one. Man, we've really gone off on a whatever.
It happens. It happens.
Well, so this weekend.
Hey, Misty. Misty just joined.
Hey, Misty.
Misty from Florida.
Yeah, how are things in Florida?
Yeah.
Hey, Misty, we'll be coming to Florida in February.
Where are you going to Florida?
Orlando-ish.
Oh.
Yeah,
You need to talk to Jules.
maybe. I might not be going. I might have to stay here with gymnastic stuff.
Oh, so you're not going to be going to the...
It won't. Okay. So here's what happened. Here's what happens when you have kids that do different things. There's a competition in Florida, so at least my wife and daughter will be going to compete.
Yeah.
And then I may be staying with my other two daughters here.
Okay.
So we'll have an action-packed weekend of some sort. Maybe we'll go to Brash. It'll be February, so it'll be nice and.
Why don't you go to Orlando and...
Because
the
it's
other one-
expensive.
the other one...
We're gonna go for it. It won't be a vacation. It'll be a competition.
Yeah,
So
but,
in and out, no real time to really.
but what if you
What?
had hookups to places in Orlando?
We haven't really thought about that.
Because
Maybe.
I may
Maybe.
I might be able to get you or not me, but I know people who know.
You're gonna speak for Misty and say
I no,
she's gonna
not-
let you stay at her place. Probably pay for your gas, food, lodging. whole
No, but I know people who know people, so
thing. Yeah.
it may be.
You know people that know people.
Yeah.
And that's all that we really need
Yeah.
half the time. Okay. Well, I think that.
It is expensive though.
Well, yeah, especially with five
Yeah,
people, and 3 of them don't even work. Let's be honest.
I know.
They're kind of freeloaders.
So, yeah. I feel like they're at an age where they could work now.
Yeah,
they
we're-
could start earning their keep.
We're going to keep them in school, get their skills up, and then really make some bank is
Okay.
what we're planning on doing. But eventually the labor will kick in.
I think one of them has a good career as being a host of a show.
Yeah.
somehow.
No, yeah. Pretty soon I'll just go to executive producer and let her do this whole thing, and I'll just sit back and reap in all the rewards.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway. All right. So let's see. What do we need to talk about before we go? So Bailison, if you're going to be out and about in the Houston area this weekend on Sunday, come by Bailison and help celebrate their anniversary. If you're going to be anywhere out, like at a brewery or at a bar or anywhere in your backyard having a beer, maybe you just mowed the lawn, Post a picture and tag us. Just tell us what you're drinking. That'd be cool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let us know. We're curious. What else? So,
Yeah, actually, send us a picture.
yeah.
I might put it on the Instagrams since I'm not going to be able to hit many breweries on weekends for a while.
Yeah, take a picture with you. We want to see you too. So that's the thing. Faces. That's if you go to Caitlin's blog, Big World Small Girl. She just did a presentation on Instagram. We didn't even get to this. We'll have to talk about this next time. Her expertise. Hey, Bosco. Hey man, do you need to go outside? What's the deal? He's staring at me like, I missed you.
I think he's hungry.
No, I think he needs to go outside. We'll get there in a second. Just give me like 2 minutes, and then we're wrapping this thing up. So anyway, go to her blog, subscribe to her blog, and then look at her article on the her 6 tips for Instagram. We're gonna follow all of these. Kennedy, I sent you the deal.
Yeah.
So we're gonna.
As I was driving over here.
Well, I don't expect you to read all 6, maybe 2 or 3. Anyway, so we're gonna implement all those and blow up our Instagram just like her. Maybe not just like her.
Good.
She's on another level, but
No, our Instagram
she has.
has been doing in the last 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
We've gotten just a ton of followers.
Yeah. So if you're listening again, call to action. If you're listening to this, follow us on the socials, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. If you're on Google Plus, we're there too. LinkedIn, YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube. Anyway, that would be cool. And then use that Amazon link, liquidlunch.com, liquidlunchshow.com/Amazon, and all your purchases will give us a little bit of a little sniff, little wind in our sails, as they say. And then send us your pictures. Tag it what you're drinking, or Liquid Lunch, or however.
Yeah, just send us our pictures if you want to, one way or another.
Yeah,
we could use some Instagram help, so
something.
I'll post them.
Yeah. All right. Cool. I'm gonna start some music real quick because
So Sunday, I'll be at Baleson. It'll be late.
later we'll shift work. I'll tag you in, and you.
So I should be there. I'm aiming 4:30 to 5.
Okay.
Probably until they shut that party
That
down.
mother down.
Yeah.
Cool. It's gonna be a fun time.
Are you gonna get there to get their special IPA glass?
Oh, I don't know.
Man, that would look cool.
All I'm looking forward to is spending time with my friends, Kennedy.
Yeah.
Glasses are cool, but just a picture to commemorate my time with my
Yes,
friends.
Jeffrey, send pics. Please do.
Please do.
Hold on. Let me specify. Tasteful pics.
Either way,
Something tastefully done.
whatever moves you.
Yeah.
And then, thank you, Bosco.
Yeah.
All right, Catherine will. I think she'll be gone next week as well. She'll be back on assignment. Captain Tipsy, out fighting crime everywhere. So, saving sober people everywhere, and so they survive from their soberness. And but we'll be back next week for sure, right?
Yes.
With
Yes.
lots more new stories. Working on an interview for next week, so we'll see what happens there. Hopefully that works out. And we look forward to seeing each and every one of you back on the streams and the chats and the whatnot. So thank you all so much, Jeffrey and Misty and Jules and Heidi and Tom and who else did we have today?
Oh, I don't know, but your dog's
Danny and
your dog's about to kill me.
Yeah, Jason Pitts. What's up, Pitts?
Foamy Head 13.
Love you, brother. Foamy Head 13. Jose. All you guys. Thanks for watching. We really appreciate it all. And so share it and tell a friend, I guess. That'd be another one. Drink good beer. Want to say thank you to Huff Brewing for their delicious Huffmeister lager. Thanks also to Brash Brewing and their Ghost Goza. Yummy in our tummy. We didn't even get to Wicked Boxer. We had one of their beers here, right on the corner.
Well, we'll get to it.
Yeah, Wicked Boxer.
We'll get to it next time.
Yes.
If you. Well,
That's a Brazos Valley Mama Tried Mosaic IPA, which I can say from over the weekend is fantastic. Let's see. What did Caitlin, what did she drink? It was Thirsty Planet, right? Wasn't it their
Some
Oktoberfest?
kind of Oktoberfest,
Their Oktoberfest
yeah.
from Thirsty Planet. Thank you guys there as well for making delicious beers in the Austin area. And, we'll see you back right here next week for more Liquid Lunch. We still got a little bit of time. This is me filling time.
Oh, okay.
Thank you to our sponsors, of course, Barbacoa Apparel. Go to barbacoaapparel.com/shop. Look at those designs there on the left of your screen or the right. I don't know how you're holding the phone. And you can get the sticker at the bottom with the cow. We got one right back here. It's pretty badass. Also, look for the exclusive designs in your HEB anywhere close to you. And the Grain Cellar. Tell Preston that Liquid Lunch sent you. Get those free hugs, waist up, waist down, as the Keezer kicks back on. And any of your fermenting supplies, whether you're home brewing, wine making, mead making, cider, cheese, anything else, he's got all you need right there in Humble. And we'll see you next week, everybody. Goodbye. Happy weekend.